Okay, here we are. It's April 28th, and I believe all chance of frost is gone. I don't know for sure. I'm not a weatherman, but I think so. Uh, anyway, I'm out here at the garden this morning, and I've put in a couple tomato plants. As you can see, there's one there, one here, and I got one over here. Now, I'm going to show you how I put these in. But they're, it's only me. Other people have their way of doing it, but I'll show you the way I like to do it. I take a post hole digger, which is this thing, and I dig my hole, probably about 6 inches deep or so for these little plants. Bigger plants get deeper holes, but I like using the post hole digger because it gives you a nice neat hole instead of having everything all over the place. Then I take the plants. These are what they call Better Boys, and these are good plants, and I'll just stick it in there, see where I'm at. Okay, well, I want to put some more dirt back in. So I put a little bit of dirt back in there. You don't want to go too deep. You don't want to kill the plant. But I'm going to take and knock off a couple of these limbs on the bottom, like that. Stems or limbs, not stems, limbs. And then just take and put your dirt back in. Just loosely put the dirt in around it. You don't want to put the leaves under the dirt because they say it'll rot. The leaves will rot, get mildew on them and stuff, and really be bad for the plant. And then I just lightly tamp that down just a little tiny bit. You don't want to go crazy with it. And there, your plant is in. Now this particular plant is we got Better Boys, Big Boys, and the ones right there, those are the Better Bush, and those are really stout plants. As you can see the difference in that stem, and then you look at these stems on these other ones, the difference is crazy. But yeah, but I mean, they're all good plants, don't get me wrong, they're all good plants. And I get these from a farmer that raises them every year and brings them and sells them and stuff. And I get them from him. He has a little stand, I go get them. And then that's how I plant those. They're simple to plant. You can put them just about anywhere. If you don't have room, you can even put them in a flower pot. Some people do that. Now here we have cucumbers growing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes, and there's actual cucumbers. Let's see, this is the hybrid cucumbers. I planted these yesterday, but these are what they call hybrid cucumbers, and you can't really see it too well in this one because the dirt is so black. But when you get over here in the next box of cucumbers, those are hybrids. These are what they call straight 8s. There's 1, 2 boxes of the straight 8 cucumbers. And these mounds, there's 2 mounds in each box. These boxes are about 40 inches by 24 to 30 inches wide. So I made these about 18 inches by 18 inches by about 6 inches tall. And what you do is I put like 9 seeds in here, and then once they start coming up, I'll thin them out to about 3 plants. Once I see the plants up about 2 inches, 3 inches, I'll thin them. I'll take out all but about 3 in each hill, over on the hybrids plus on these right here. And it's the same thing in this box. These are just what they call the straight 8s also. And what you do is you buy a little pack of seeds. Get a little pack of seeds, and you just take a little seed. I'm going to show you. You just take one seed, and what I normally do is just use my finger. You know, there's no science to it. I mean, you get technical and take a tape measure and stick it in the ground a ½ inch to an inch or something, but I don't. All I do is this. I just take my finger and just wiggle it down in there, make a little hole. And then you drop your seed down in there, about anywhere, I go anywhere ½ inch to an inch. And then just cover it up lightly with that. And then, like I said, these were done yesterday. And what I'm gonna do, they're a little bit dry today. I'm gonna go ahead and get some water on these here shortly. There's 3 boxes of those cucumbers. Here's the 4th box in this row. And this has got what they call spring onions in it. They're not regular onions, they're spring onions. And what that means, it doesn't mean that they just pop up in the springtime. What that means is that these onions don't have a bulb. They're not a big onion. They're just a stem, that's all. Just a straight stem. And you just cut the root off, clean them real good, and you just eat them like that. And yeah, you can put them in salads, whatever you want to do with them. But what I like to do with these is I put them in. I made 3 rows. It's recommended that the rows are 12 inches apart, and I don't think I have that. I might have 10 inches, maybe a little bit more. But I have a row, one row over here, another one here, another one here. I got 3 rows. And what I do is whenever they start popping up, then I'll go ahead and pull out and leave them about 1.5 to 2 inches apart. And it should be at least 2 inches, I think. 2 inches, maybe a little bit further apart. They might recommend something different. But anything that you transplant like that, what I like to do is you can stick them somewhere else. If you have another box and you have an abundance of these spring onion plants, stick them, you know, I always stick a couple of them in the tomato plant boxes and stuff because they don't take up any room, hardly any room at all. So instead of just throwing them away and wasting them. But there again, that's me. And here is extra boxes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes that aren't planted yet. And they're prepared. They've been aerated and stuff, you know, which is just putting, you take a little pitchfork and just, you know, stab it up and down in the boxes and make holes in it. And then my grandson put the fertilizer in them. But here's the pitchfork. You just stick this down in the box like this. You know, you can just go along like this and just make holes all in it, you know, and that's what they call aerate, and that helps it. That helps the soil. Lets water and stuff get in better instead of that hard, crusty soil. And then these boxes here are ready for more tomato plants. I'm going to put the rest of these in here in a few minutes. And then this box right here is going to be herbs and stuff. The same as these. It's going to be herbs, maybe some lettuce. I got some head lettuce. I might be able to get, you know, 3 lettuce plants. That's the problem with the head lettuce, as they take up a lot of room. I might be able to squeeze 3 in a box. I don't like doing that, but I might be able to. I normally like the leaf lettuce because you can put 2 rows in these boxes easily, and it just keeps coming. You just get it started and it just keeps on rolling. So that's basically it. I'm gonna get the rest of these tomato plants in, and like I said, here are the other 2. These are the Better Bush, which I have 2 of those, and then the Better Boys and the Big Boys, and I have 1 of each of those in with that plant. The reason I did that is these bushes, they grow big, and that'll give it more room with this small tomato plant. Instead of having 2 of the big bushes together, overcrowding, I put a little one and a big one together. But there again, that's me. But these are ready to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these in, and then that'll be it with the garden for a little while. And I'll try to get another video posted once we decide what we're gonna do with the other spare boxes out in the center, what we're gonna put. Maybe you know, can go ahead and film what we're putting, you know, give you a little bit more information.